Mock trials are utilized to provide students with simulated legal experience while also helping them develop research, argument, improvisational, and public speaking skills. Mock trial is not designed as an attorney in training program. Although many students who participate do enjoy the legal process, most students join mock trial so they can develop their research and argument skills as well as their confidence in presenting to groups. The Forest Park group will meet once a week beginning in late October so that they can learn the basics of a crime scene as well as the investigative and argument process throughout the school year. Students will participate in trial simulations and strategy building activities so they are more prepared for their full trial later in the year. In January, the club will begin working on a specific criminal case. Students will be divided into prosecution and defense teams, and those teams will further be subdivided into attorney and witness roles. During the trial preparation phase, the group will also receive assistance from legal professionals in the Milwaukee area. In March, the culminating activity will be a trial at the Franklin Municipal Courthouse.
I am Becky Thrum. I am the woman who, in the story, was the woman who the supposed killer is in a relationship with, or was in a relationship with. So he was cheating on his wife, who he killed.
I'm co-lawyer for the defendant, Cale Carter. This fits into the story because I have to try and prove that he is not guilty of killing his wife and kids.
I'm an assistant district attorney in Milwaukee County. I was in domestic violence unit for 5 years. I prosecuted domestic violence offenders. I am now a community prosecutor in the northwest side of Milwaukee. It's in District 4. Basically, I'm the face of the DA's office in that particular police district.
I'm Captain Todd Stevenson, which is the captain from the police department, and he's the lead officer. And he is really important because his chief fired him because he was defending Cale because the evidence pointed that he wasn't guilty.
I play Megan Turnbow, and I'm Sarah, who's one of the victims. I'm one of her best friends.
I am Becky Thrum's lawyer. Becky is the woman that Cale was with while he was with his wife, while he was also with his wife.
I'm playing the role of Detective Dave Thompson. I have worked with the Southtown, Ohio Police Department for about 11 years.
We all read our our character's story, and then we had to make questions for them, and we had to annotate on if they're the areas, if they're guilty, not guilty, credible and not credible.
Challenge I faced were the objections, trying to make questions that led up with the objections so you couldn't be objected during the trial. And another one was memorizing my lines.
Oh my god. Trying to memorize all those answers and trying to figure out how to write all the questions.
Not being able to directly have contact to the actual case.
I found it difficult to try to make Becky sound like she was good, even though she is good. But it was difficult to make her sound like she wasn't insane.
It was a little complicated and pretty hard to make up the questions.
I believe that Cale is going to be not guilty.
I think that he's actually going to be guilty even though I'm on the defense.
I predict that the case, it would be very heated, and both sides have such great questions. Everyone has worked so hard. And I'm guessing that the prosecution will win.
We are going to cream the defense. They have nothing on us.
I predict that Cale Carter will go away not guilty.
I think that the defense.
My guess is going to be that Cale Carter is going to get arrested and sent to jail.
The prosecution winning, of course.
Oh my god, duct tape doesn't work for something.
Isn't it true that you didn't want to
Circuit Court of Southtown, Ohio is now in session. The Honorable Judge Odom presiding.
Good evening, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, attorneys. Again, my name is Judge Dax Odom. I am a judge here in the Circuit Court in the city of Southtown, Ohio. The people of the city of Southtown, Ohio versus Cale William Carter. In this case, charges that on May 5th, 2013, in the city of Southtown, state of Ohio, the defendant, Cale Carter, did purposefully and with prior calculation and design cause the death of his wife, Sarah, and their 2 children, contrary to Ohio law, Chapter 2903, Section 2903.01, which is aggravated murder. 2, the defendant has entered a plea of not guilty.
We will prove to you today that Mr. Cale Carter is, beyond a reasonable doubt, guilty of the murder of his wife and children. This cruel and gruesome loss of 2 young, vibrant lives and a kind and wonderful wife are simply too much to ignore.
Think back to a time when you were wrongly accused of something that you didn't do. It could have been when you were younger, when one of your siblings broke your mom's favorite dish and blamed it on you because they didn't want to take the heat.
Yes, I do. We were committed to be married.
Do you know Sarah Carter?
Yes, we went to high school together, and we played tennis together. We were best friends.
Nowhere in your testimony does it say you searched Cale Carter's body for wounds.
Well, we didn't search for bruises. We did search for spray paint on anywhere on his body.
Your Honor, the defense calls Captain Todd Stevenson to the stand. Did Cale have any spray paint on him?
No, but if he were to be the one who spray painted these notes, he surely would have had spray paint somewhere on him.
Did Cale
She also told us that the only way to get Sarah out of the way so that she could have Cale to herself was by getting rid of her. This evidence provides another possible suspect for our case, one that the prosecution has no evidence against.
Detective Thompson also proved that there was only DNA from the immediate family. It is also important to note that it is nearly impossible to kill someone and not leave any DNA, especially when the person who was murdered appeared to have resisted their murderer.
Verdict that can be legally received must be reached unanimously. That means in this case, a criminal case, all 8 of you must find beyond a reasonable doubt that Cale Carter is guilty of the crime of aggravated murder. If you cannot unanimously come to that conclusion, you must find him not guilty. Then I will trust that bailiff vote will keep them in a private location until a verdict's been reached, and then will let us know when that's taken.
Why was the window open? Well, he conveniently left it open.
Jason and I thought there's DNA evidence.
The DNA, I thought,
is so big.
yeah. I thought that was the biggest one, because if there was nothing but family, if you think about if there are scratches, fingernails.
That's what we were saying.
It's hair, it's skin color.
It's hair.
There's so much stuff.
There's a good chance. The case went really well, and I feel that the prosecution didn't really fulfill. They didn't really, and there are a bunch of doubts that Cale didn't do it. Like, it honestly, it could have been Becky.
Only with the family.
She had injuries on her.
At the time.
What do you think is going on in the hallway right now?
I think they're having an intense discussion about very intense things, such as Cale possibly being murdered.
He was kind of aggravated.
Nervous.
He was.
Yes, nervous. Tell her teachers think about student behavior.
All 8 of the jurors have come back with a verdict of not guilty in this particular case. So Cale Carter is, at this point in time, a free man, and he is free to